This ABC15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with your afternoon update now from ABC15 Arizona. A new proposal could forever change D1 college sports. The NCAA president sending out a proposal this week that would allow schools to pay their Division I athletes for the first time. This was sent to more than 350 colleges across the country. The new tier would allow participating programs to offer pay to athletes directly from the schools. Under the proposal, schools would now be allowed to enter lucrative name, image, and likeness deals with athletes, including being required to invest thousands of dollars per athlete per year and adhere to Title IX, meaning equal distribution for men and women.
For the next few weeks and months, every university will go back, their president, their athletic director, and they'll start to evaluate what they can and cannot do. Not only what they have financially, but also what ethically they want to do.
Right now, there is no time frame on when this will move forward. In the end, schools would have to approve any changes. Dismissed. That's the status of a lawsuit filed to limit the wild horse population in the Tonto National Forest. According to the Salt River Wild Horse Management Group, the suit was filed back in April by the Center for Biological Diversity, claiming the horses have a negative environmental impact. The roughly 400 horses living along the Salt River are protected by state law. Now to our border watch. Due to the mass numbers of illegal border crossers, the Lukeville port in Arizona is closed until further notice, and local businesses near the port are taking a big hit. Some gas stations rely on travelers going back and forth from Rocky Point in Mexico. Now they expect sales to be cut in half.
Very slow, like it is now. We'll just be getting local customers around here, as well as the Border Patrol agents. We're just writing it out like everybody else, and hopefully it'll be soon that they can reopen it.
That business owner says they haven't heard anything about getting some kind of assistance from the government during this time. Right now, there's no timeline on when the port will reopen. Services for Sandra OConnor will begin December 18th. The former justice will lie in repose at the Supreme Court on December 18th. A private invitation-only funeral service will take place the following day at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. O'Connor, who grew up in Arizona, became the first woman ever to be nominated to the Supreme Court. She passed away Friday at the age of 93. In the state of education now, Governor Katie Hobbs is working with a task force to create a strategy to keep educators in Arizona classrooms. The Educator Retention Task Force includes educators, administrators, parents, and experts from across the state. Yesterday, the group discussed their recommendations being made to the governor's office, including raising pay for educators and support staff, which means a lot to teachers like Lisa Summers, who's been teaching for 22 years.
I have to work literally 7 days a week in order to pay rent and support my daughter. Anything will help. And I think what the governor is doing is a huge step in the right direction for anyone related to the education system.
Recommendations also include improving working conditions like decreasing class size and workload, improving health care and benefits, on top of creating a governor's teacher advisory committee that would provide feedback. Meantime, brand new numbers show American students are falling behind in math. That's according to the Program for International Student Assessment. Students here in the U.S. scored an average of 465 in math, which was below the global average of 472. Well, it's time to hop on the bandwagon. The Arizona Coyotes are looking to make their winning streak 6-0 tomorrow night. You can catch the Oats on the ice when they play the Flyers at Mullet Arena in Tempe. The puck drops at 7 p.m. and you can catch it all on Arizona 61.
Time now for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. We tied the record high yesterday as Phoenix warmed all the way to 82 degrees. That tying the record of 82 degrees from back in 2012 and years prior too. We actually also hit that temperature on yesterday's date in the 1930s and in the 1960s. And today we're going to be near record again. Look for more sunshine today. That high 82 degrees again in Phoenix. That will put us 1 degree shy of today's record high. That record stands at 83, set back on this date in 1939. 79. So we'll be watching that temperature closely as it's going to be a quick warm up. 82 for Phoenix, upper 70s for Casa Grande, upper 60s for Globe, and meanwhile we'll reach the upper 50s from Flagstaff to Heber to Show Low. Temperatures though start to drop tomorrow as that ridge of high pressure breaks down. And then towards the end of the weekend this weekend, we've got a storm system that'll approach from the north. It won't move in, it won't bring any rain or any snow up north, but it is going to bring a drop in temperatures. 60s on Saturday here in the valley, and in the high country we'll be down into the 30s for highs by then too.
We'll have another update for you tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at abc15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sandra Ford. All roads lead to Sandra Ford.